All right. Hello, everybody from beautiful Cannes. My name is Monica Caponigro from the influencer and creator marketing agency Bobbie, and I am so excited to be joined by Yair Livne
That's right.
from Meta. He is the VP of product specifically to creators, which is arguably maybe the hottest topic this week in Cannes and on the Croisette. So super excited to have you here today. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So we're currently at Stagwell Sport Beach. So let's kick it off talking about athletes, right? So many athletes today, Jared McCain, Ilhan Omar, I think are great examples, are building fandoms beyond the arena, right? They're creating really engaging social content. How have you observed athletes specifically on Facebook, kind of becoming creators and, where are the opportunities for athletes on the platform?
Yeah, absolutely. So looking at athletes, I would say the main opportunities for them are the same that we see across our entire creator universe, but maybe amplified by some of Facebook's strengths. So I'll dive into kind of three different areas here. One is just the depth of engagement. We think Facebook is quite unique in that creators and fans, this is especially true for the athletes because of the deep fandom, can go really, really deep into the community. So this starts with the comment section where you have real people with real names, not just aliases, engaging with each other and with the creator or the athlete in this case. But then this can go much deeper into fan groups, for example, which are really, really strong for athletes in particular. So we see right now with the World Cup, tremendous engagement for somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo, but also for more niche sports. So the World Series for college women's softball just finished, and we saw a huge kind of explosion of content around that from a bunch of fans in fan groups. So I really encourage kind of athletes to dive into that opportunity on Facebook. Second area to mention is monetization. So Facebook content monetization is kind of becoming pretty famous. We recently released that we paid almost $3 billion to creators in 2025. That represents 35% year-over-year growth, and we hope to continue to grow that. And athletes, of course, can be part of that opportunity. And I know athletes in particular are looking to diversify their revenue streams. So you can monetize all different formats, which again makes Facebook unique. It's not just about Reels. And then finally, I would say the global audience. Something that's really unique about sports is how universal it is. And Facebook has a large, over 3 billion users a month, global audience. And creators can really tap into that. With a feature like AI translations, you can take any video and translate it into right now 15 languages, and we hope to grow that. And so really reach into that global audience with still keeping that unique voice that you have, even though AI lets you appear as though you speak Portuguese or Hindi. So we see a lot of engagement there. We have over 500 million users a week already consuming this content, and it will continue growing in the future.
That's amazing. I want to double click into one thing you said there about monetization. I think, this is relative to both athletes as well as creators. Facebook has a creator monetization program. So I'd love to learn a little bit more about that, but I know, it pays creators based on reels, stories, everything from text posts. It's not just, the short form video craze that we had in the recent past. How should creators kind of approach their content strategy to really maximize those earnings?
Yeah, I'd say three things. So one is the multi-format and multi-length opportunity. And we really encourage creators to dive into all of the opportunity and experiment and then figure out what the right strategy is for them. But we find that the most successful creators usually kind of invest in more than one content format or multiple types of content length. And each serves kind of its own purpose. So this is generally speaking, but directionally true. Shorter reels tend to go pretty broad and help you build out reach with audience that has not followed you before. Longer videos are often very good to deepening engagement and kind of building community. And then with text posts or stories or photos, it's a quick way to build an authentic moment with your audience. And going back to the athlete example, it could be a moment before the game, it could be a moment after the game, something in training. Those moments are an opportunity to build that, again, authentic relationship with your audience, but monetize as well. Text posts are also great to kind of create a conversation with the audience, often helping you inspire that next post. And again, you get paid for all of that. And we pay for engagement, so it's really about the depth of that engagement versus just views or whatever ads appear next to your content. So that's on the content kind of format side. Another thing I'd encourage creators to do is just post original content. We try to pay exclusively for original content, and so really the more authentic and the more the content's about, the better it'll tend to go.
Are there any mistakes that you see creators doing?
Yeah, so lack of consistency is one. The platform certainly and audiences certainly reward consistency. Going off original content is another one. And then really not experimenting with different types of content or formats, as I mentioned before, that's another one that's usually a miss.
Yeah, makes sense. So we just did, at Bobbie, we released a study last week actually, and a lot of findings, but overarching message was really that kind of like creator obviously is here to stay, and creator is a career path now, right? And that's because of all of the different revenue streams and ways that they can make money. Would love to understand how you kind of help creators diversify their revenue, because of course there's the Facebook monetization program, but then there's also brand deals, right? Like there's a lot of different ways. So how are you kind of helping creators secure those brand deals in addition to that maybe monetization program?
Yeah, so we know that diversification of revenue streams is a huge deal for creators. Nobody wants to be dependent on just one, even if it's a great opportunity like Facebook content monetization. So we generally think of the world as having, or kind of the revenue streams being divided into three: one platform dependent, the other fan based, and finally, as you mentioned, brands. So let's go one by one. So with platform monetization, we just talked about Facebook content monetization, the great opportunity there. Again, we look to expand that opportunity and think that creators can really find a rewarding kind of living based on that. But of course, we don't want creators to be kind of exclusively tied to that piece. So second, there's user-funded monetization. We have both a subscription product and a stars product, which is our tipping product, which both help creators monetize their deepest fans who really appreciate that deep connection. And so we have creators making a really decent amount of money off of those revenue streams. And finally, brand fund monetization. We're investing a ton in that area. So as we just released in Cannes, the creator marketplace on Meta is expanding to include Facebook creators as well, which is a great opportunity. It already features over 5 million creators on Instagram, but again, broadening very widely soon with Facebook creators. And that kind of powers partnership ads, which are the way on Meta you can turn any authentic creator moment featuring a product into an ad opportunity for a brand, building that brand deal ecosystem. But more than that, we also are investing a lot in affiliate marketing, and so creators can have an opportunity to connect their affiliate programs into a widening set of marketplaces, and we're just announcing more and more of these partnerships, and to make that sustainable, evergreen monetization from affiliate marketing. So really a broad set of opportunities, and the kind of through line is diversification. We really want to support that for creators, and we're going to continue to invest there.
Yeah, that's amazing. Affiliate is certainly an area of growth and opportunity when it comes to monetization. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is the new Creator Assistant program. First and foremost, can you tell us what it is?
Yeah, of course. So Creator Assistant is kind of your creative partner. It is hooked up into your particular insights on Facebook. So this is not kind of a generic assistant as you would find with a third-party tool. It's hooked up to your specific insights, to your audience and what they like, and to how your content is specifically doing. So you don't need to kind of dig through dashboards to understand what's going on with your content and what's working versus not. You can really just ask and get really deep insights about what types of moments in your content kind of inspire your audience or engage them or keeps them hooked or not. And that really helps kind of brainstorm what your next piece of content should be about and how to develop that content strategy.
That's amazing. I love it. I saw just tidbits of it when the release came out earlier this month, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic for creators. Obviously a big part of that is AI. And I think the big question of like the week is how do you maintain that authenticity with creators while also leveraging tools for AI? So how do you kind of see that balance?
Absolutely. So for us, I think the vision is truly to empower that human creator and let them be, the most authentic self. This kind of goes back to we just talked about with monetization, really want to reward that originality and authenticity. And I say that an eye is an empowering tool, not a tool that comes in between. So in this context, again, we are relying on the kind of the deepest possible insights from your content and your audience to help inspire you and make you kind of more efficient when you think about that next idea. But that next idea or that next piece of content is absolutely yours. It's in your voice. It's coming with your particular lens on the world, and that's what your audience wants to see, and we absolutely don't want to get in the way of that. So really it's about that idea generation, that brainstorming, but then after that, it's all the creator.
Like having a built-in brainstorm buddy that knows you better than probably any person could.
And
right?
knows your audience.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. That's amazing. Anything else about the program that you want to share?
We keep looking for ways to make the assistant better. So, humbly, we already think it's the best kind of, it's kind of in the market, especially how it's tied into your specific tooling. But we look to help it also empower you to take more actions on the platform. So stay tuned for what's coming next.
I love it. Well, you heard, stay tuned. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. This was a great conversation. I think the work that you're doing at Meta and Facebook is incredible, and I think it's helping to empower creators so much, and I'm excited to see what's to come.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.